Prostitutes were popular in the Bible. I mean, I went and I took a look and I'm like, what in the world's going on here? So I went and I kind of took a gather at it.
Sorry, did you say prostitutes were popular in the Bible?
Yeah, they're mentioned on multiple fronts. So
Yeah,
I'll get into it.
But when you say popular, what do you mean by that?
I'll go right into these verses for you. So King David had like 8 wives, and concubines are sex workers. And he had so many sex workers that he couldn't even keep count. So his body count was apparently way higher than mine, and God condoned it. King Solomon, he married his own daughter, which God condoned. He had 700 wives. He had 300 sex workers, all of which God condoned.
So the lady in the video was referring to 1 Kings 11 verse 3. So in 1 Kings 11 verse 3, it says he had 700 wives who were princesses and 300 concubines. So concubines basically means like sex partners. So basically lower than what a wife was, but either way, God didn't condone it either. For when Solomon was old, his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not wholly true to the Lord his God, as was the heart of David his father. So the wives in the Bible made him turn away from God and follow after other gods. It says 1 Kings 11 verse 5. It says right here, for Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Sidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Ammonites. So those were goddesses that Solomon was worshiping. And then in 1 Kings 11 verse 6, it says, so Solomon did what was evil in the sight of the Lord. So you saying that God condoned him having 700 wives? You got to be kidding me. So we're going to skip to 1 Kings 11:11. It says, therefore the Lord said to Solomon, since this has been your practice and you have not kept my covenant and my statutes that I have commanded you, I will surely tear the kingdom from you and will give it to your servant. And then 1 Kings 11 verse 12 says, yet for the sake of David your father, I will not do it in your days, but I will tear it out of the hand of your son. Bro, God said, however, I will not tear away all the kingdom, but I will give one tribe to your son for the sake of David, my servant, and for the sake of Jerusalem that I have chosen. So let's go back to 11:12. It says, yet for the sake of David your father, I will not do it in your days, but I will tear it out of the hand of your son. So Solomon's son is not going to have the kingdom, but one tribe, because of what Solomon did, and he was not faithful to God. So where in the Bible does it say that God condone this kind of behavior? And this goes back to Proverbs 31 verse 3, where it talks about if you chase after women, it will destroy a king. It literally destroyed Solomon as a king. He was chasing so much after these women that he stopped following after God, which is why he became a destroyed king. Just because Jesus saved an adulterous woman from being stoned, that does not mean Jesus condones that behavior. Because the Bible records history of prostitutes and wars and killings, that does not mean that God condones that behavior. It would basically be a contradiction in the Bible if God condoned that behavior. So anyways, thank you for watching. God bless.